right here. But yes, like I said, they came and got them bitches. Shay, they gone. Them bitches gone. Them bitches is gone. Or 7 of them. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, hey. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, hey. Okay, y'all, for real, I'm finna get the crying. They took my kids. Girl, yes, them kids was bad as fuck anyway. Fuck them kids. Veronica, for real. Fuck them kids, girl. Fuck them kids. I keep letting my shit go out.
Alright, Shalom. First going off acknowledgement to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to my teachers, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brethren out there presenting their bodies a living sacrifice to make sure this truth is preached up the four corners of the earth. Here you see, the downfall of our women, man. Our women are jacked the hell up. If you haven't seen this video already, it's pretty much this thing right here. She's celebrating that her kids got taken away. And you heard her say in the beginning of the video, all 7. She was bragging about in the video. Pretty much how she acted a fool on live, and the state came and took her kids, but she was bragging about how she did it deliberately, so they can, she did it on purpose, so they could take her kids on purpose, right? Which just shows, comes to show the low state of our people, man. Especially our women. These women are dumb, man. I ain't got no sympathy for them, But again, this chick, she's bragging about her kids being taken away, which pretty much everything in the society is backwards. Everything's reversed, everything's corrupted, and everything's polluted. Here it is. You got a woman. They're tells you in Romans. Then our women, they've gone away from the natural use. What they were created for. In Romans 1:26 it says, "For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature." All right. It's more so talking about pretty much being a sodomite, but this means that comes with everything with it. What's one of the natural uses for a woman is one of her natural ways is to birth the offspring, right? Which again, going back to this video, this chick, she's bragging about her children being taken away from her. It should show again, these women, they don't know they're setting themselves up. Well, ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is setting them up to be destroyed, man, because the majority of these women, they got some serious and some heavy judgments to come. because when it comes to the man and when it comes to the woman, um, the woman, she has a simple job. She has simple responsibilities compared to what the man has to do. You know, all she has to do is tend to her husband. Tend to the children. Keep the house in order and things of that nature. Again, all the natural use of a woman. Is to be in subject to her man. Of course, that's how it was set up from the very beginning. Going to Genesis, the second chapter, um, 18. It says, "And the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." So again, because you can't say that to a woman of today's society. You know, um, Esau has put it in the minds of these women that they don't need a man. They can uh, figure things out by themselves. They can make it on their own. When in the ancient world, a woman, she was saved either by her father or by her husband. She doesn't want in today's age. She doesn't. She doesn't want to succumb to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shai. She doesn't want to submit herself to a man and do what she was created to do. Which again, part of that is bringing forth seed. Nurturing that seed. Right. Jumping down. That was Genesis 2:18. We jump down to verse 23. It says, "And Adam said, This is now." Let's start from verse 22. It says, "And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man." So, um, people don't even understand that. That word woman, it just means servant. Because again, the woman was created for the man. She was created to be a helpmeet to a man, not multiple men, but a man, singular, right? Because um, well, I don't want to jump the gun. I'm gonna get into that, but again, so yeah, part of the responsibilities of a woman or a wife, which again, a wife just means woman, and again, woman just means servant. But part of those responsibilities of a woman or a wife is to be subject to her man, which, um, again, part of those responsibilities is um, bringing forth seed and tending to those seeds, those children. Not just allowing the state to just come and take them. And more than likely, she had those 7 children by multiple men, more than likely, because again, you watch the video, she's celebrating, she's going on and how she can live her life, be free, right? Again, just going against the natural use of what she was created to do. All right. We'll go to Titus, the second chapter. Let me just start at start at verse 3. It says, the aged woman likewise, that they may be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. All right. So, these are what these young women are. They're supposed to be getting taught on how to love these children. Not just doing anything to have them taken away from you. All right. We read on in verse 5. It says, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. So again, it's obvious you don't see any of this going on in today's age and society, which is again, when it comes to a lot of these, the majority of these women, there's just no, there's not going to be any sympathy, because again, all you had to do is being subject to your man, your husband, simple. But again, they don't want to do that, you know. Like I said, this is why there's some heavy judgments to befall a lot of these women. All right. Second Esdras talks about the pitiful case. And that's exactly what's going to happen to a lot of these women. They're just going to be in a pitiful case, man. No one's going to, because in that day, your body, your looks, your glamour, all it's going to be in vain. It's not going to mean anything. When all hell starts breaking loose out here, um, people aren't going to be, looking at or paying attention to how you look. Nobody's going to give a damn about any of that stuff. It tells you in those days, women, they're going to be commodities, man. They're going to be treated like dirt in those days. They're going to go back to um, their natural state in that time, which is, because it tells you in, what is that, Sirach, 30, let's just see, 36 and 24. It says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. So again, when all hell starts breaking loose, that's when women are gonna want to revert back to their natural state and being in possession. All right, being humble and meek. Because the Lord, He's about to do some serious humbling when it comes to a lot of these women, because they're prideful, very prideful, extremely prideful. But again, when that day comes, they're going back to their submissive state. All right. We'll go to First Timothy's 5. Since I was going to talk about it, but I just might as well bring it up now. First Timothy's I'll start at 6. It says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. All right. And again, it's exactly what, this chick, that's what she was bragging about. Now that her kids are gone, she can live her life. She can pretty much go out there and be a whore and do what she wants, not submit herself to to a man, which um, I'm sure no real man is gonna want to take her in, you know. But nevertheless, this is what it's come to. You know, women think they don't need a man. They don't think that they're gonna need that hedge of protection. They think they can do it all by themselves, right? You know, precepts tell you that the men, certain men are gonna have that hedge of protection, and if you don't, if you're not under that protection, then you're gonna be left out there, by yourself. You know, a lot of these women, they're just just straight up whores, man. Very undisciplined. Go to James, 5:5. Yeah, it says, "Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter." Now, this is more so talking about the um the rich elites, right? But you can apply this um to where it can to where it's applicable, you know, because um this is exactly when it comes to our women, this whole contract that they got with Esau. You only live once, right? The whole YOLO type spirit. They get that from their daddy Esau. That's they pick that up after their slave master, their god. Esau is their god. Because like I said, a lot of our women, they're very undisciplined. That's what that word wonton means. It's just undisciplined. Jumping around from house to house, block to block, nigger to nigger, right? Matter of fact, in Isaiah 3:16, I think he tells you that. Yeah, it says, "Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and menacing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet." All right, so again, just showing that that when it comes to our women, they're very hard headed, stiff necked, very wanton. Again, that word wanton, it goes back to undisciplined. All right. A lot of Jake women, they'll be with their husband in public and checking out other men. That's what it says when it talks about wanton eyes. Be with their man in public, thinking about a whole nother man, right? This is the characteristics of these women nowadays. You know, Matter of fact, let me read verse 17. It says, "Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab and crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts." So this is why, especially when it comes to the so-called black woman, the nigger woman, you know, because back in the ancient world, our women, they had long, beautiful, uh, um, just long hair, beautiful hair, healthy, all right. But this is a part of the curses. That's why a lot of these nigger women, they got no hair on the top of their head. They're bald, always wearing wigs and things of that nature. You know, um, what I said on that, I don't want to. That's said on that, but yeah, um, so yeah, I mean, this is why um, lost my train of thought. But yeah, when it comes to our women, um, pretty much they become one of the the biggest enemy to the Israelite man. You know, it's just women. A lot of these women they're just straight up evil. It tells you that in Sirach, the 25th chapter, and what is that? Yeah, Sirach 25:19. It says, "All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her." So, um, pretty much, man, it ain't nothing like there's nothing like falling into the hands of a wicked woman, man. Because I mean, she's willing to cross those lines that men aren't just willing to do. She's willing to go above and beyond just to make sure the next person suffers. Um, Matter of fact, I think it's in this chapter. Yeah, in verse 13, it says, "Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman." All right, because again, when it comes to the woman, I mean, she's just wicked as hell, man. You know, especially the so-called nigger woman, the so-called black woman. Nobody want to deal with her. You know, I heard a I heard an elder say, if you're gonna get you a wife, man, don't stay away from these nigger women, man. Get you one of those northern tribe women. Get you one of those so-called Hispanic women. Because these nigger women, man, they're off the chain, man. They'll sleep around with 10 guys in less than 24 hours, man. And they'll brag about it. Just disgusting, man. Let me read this in verse 16. It says, "I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman." Just show you how serious it is, man. It's not more wicked than a woman, man. I'm sure a lot of brothers they feel and understand these scriptures, man. Because when it comes to these women, hey, man, we're living in the times, man. These women, man, they're worthless. You know, and women see that they see their stink rotten coochie is losing power. Because the Israelite man is waking back up. He's getting his power back. She's losing her power, as well as Esau, because again, with everything that's going on, Esau's losing his power, and that's that. Um, you know, of course, the Jake woman, especially the nigger woman, you know, she don't want Esau to lose power because she getting all these benefits and things of that nature. So she doesn't want to see Esau fall. So of course, she sees the Israelite man waking back up and getting that power back, right? And it's pissing them off. You know, Again, it just goes back to show you, like I said, when it comes to these 2/3 women, man, I don't feel no sympathy for them. They're gonna get everything that they got coming for them. They don't want to be shamefaced. Well, hey, like I said, Yahweh Shimon Shai, he knows how to bring you to a point where you just hey man, he knows how to bring you to your lowest point. All right, and like I said, Yahweh Shimon Shai, he's getting ready to humble a lot of people, man, and a lot of women are going to catch it the worst, man. A lot of women are going to get jacked up out here. You know, um, all because They don't want to submit themselves to the natural order. You know, let me go to First Timothy's. I don't know if I read that already. 5, verse 11. In case I didn't read it, it says, "But the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against Yahushua and Mashiach, they will marry, having damnation, because they have cast off their first faith. And withal they learn to be idle, wandering from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, also and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not." So they don't know how to shut up. They're all over the place. Whether it be their mouths, whether it be physically jumping from nigger to nigger, block to block, right? This is why it's good for a woman to, um, you know, get her a man while she's hot and young, so she doesn't have to, defile her bed, so she doesn't have to be a whore. This is why it's good for women, to get them a man while she's young. But no, she wants to, she wants to, um, she wants to live her life of pleasure. She wants to, be up under that YOLO spirit. She wants to be promiscuous and, just be all over the place. She wants to be loose, you know. Read this verse 14. It says, "I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully." See, like I was just saying, it's better for a woman, to get caught up in the natural order while she's young, You got the older sisters, the much older women, they're supposed to be, teaching the young sisters on, how to be women, how to love their husband, love their children, as it read in the earlier verses, you know. But again, they don't want to, they don't want to deal with that, They want to focus on their career, and they don't want to settle down until they're 30 and 40 and already had a couple of hundred men run through them, and they're all worn out and beat up. No, it's not supposed to work like that, She was complaining, this chick in the video, and she was complaining that her something about, her children were bad, and this and that. Well, that's why, you're supposed to have a man to be able to, set up that the disciplinary factor, right? But again, these women, they want to do their own thing. They think they can do it by themselves. So hey, man, it is what it is, man. These women, when it comes to the women, well, first and foremost, you're gonna understand that, first and foremost, Yahweh Shemir Shai, he doesn't deal with women on a spiritual level like that. He deals with the men. All right. Scriptures talk about how the woman, she's deprived of wisdom. You get that in Proverbs. So it will behoove her to just follow after the man. Because at the end of the day, it all goes back to the man. The Lord deals with men. All right. Let me get this in Proverbs 9 and 13. It says, "A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing." All right. So the Lord doesn't deal with women on that level. All right. Like he does with the men. All right. Like I said, back in the ancient world, a woman, she was saved through her husband or through her father, through a man. At the end of the day, when she gets married, she takes on the name of the last name. She takes on the last name of the man. All right. It's all about the men. But this is a feminist society, and they don't want to hear these things. All right. You know, um, you know, that's why this truth, it's not really for women. All right. That's like I said, that's why it's best for them to just follow, be quiet, and follow. Follow the leader, right? Just shut up and just do what you're supposed to do. Do what your man tells you to do. Because he knows what's best at the end of the day. And it's not to say that women they don't they're not important. They play important roles, but that's just more so in the background, Like I said, the scriptures tell you that, women, they learn in silence. It's not a woman's place to be coming up against, the natural order and what the man says, if he's righteous, of course. Or none of that. It's just, it's just best for her to just be quiet and follow the leader, follow the man, follow the husband. All right. Um, what was I gonna go? Job. Because women, man, they don't base their reasoning off of logic. They base it off of emotion. All right. And that's going to getting your emotions, man. It gets you messed up. You know, get this in Job 39 and 13. It says, "Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in the dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain." All right. So the thing about an ostrich, this is pretty much what the Lord is comparing the woman to an ostrich. In a sense, because again, if you know anything about an ostrich, how it lays eggs, you look at other birds and animals, they'll uh, well, let's just look at birds. Ever watch a bird, he sets up the nest, make sure the environment's right, conditions are right, and everything. But you go to an look at an ostrich, she'll just lay her eggs right there. She might dig a hole, you know, might forget about them, just leave them there for them, pray to get them. Why is that? Because reading on in verse 17, it says, "Because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding." All right. So it's not her place to try and, um, you know, think think she knows it all. Think she knows something, because she doesn't. You know, that's left up to the man. All right. The Lord deals with men. All right. And it's ironic because, this chick, she pretty much gave up her children. And like I said, just my opinion, I doubt that, any man is going to take her, when all hell breaks loose. But it's ironic because how are women going to be saved in these last days? During Jacob's trouble, through childbearing. Let me get that in what was that, First Timothy 2, in the last verse. It says, "Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety." Now, just take it, a good look at this face, because, you know, hey, these acts, they're not going to go unpunished. All right. Guarantee you she's going to come across a man of the Lord, and, let me say, almost guarantee that, she's going to come across a man of the Lord, and, they're going to remember her face, and they're going to be like, hell no, the hell with that, celebrating that her kids were taken. She pretty much set it up so that they took her kids so she can be free and do what she want. That's not the life to live, man. you know so again, this is why, a lot of women, man, they're about to go through it, man. They're about to be judged heavily, man. Some serious humbling is about to take place. All right. So I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. Yahweh Jazah, you were edified. And with that, giving all acknowledgement to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Once again, double honors to my teachers, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, I say Shalom.